Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and in today's video I'm going to be filming like my everyday no makeup look. Recently I've just been trying to focus on my skin and like getting it in good condition, so I haven't been putting loads of makeup on it. So I've just been doing like this every day just to give my skin a bit of a glow and you know, make myself look a bit more presentable. I put a wee poll up on my Instagram saying who wanted to see this, and the majority said yes, so I thought I'd go ahead and film it. I want to make this video a bit more chatty, so there's going to be less editing, and I'm just going to try and make it a smooth run through, just showing you how I create this because it's so quick and easy. It literally takes me about 5 minutes if I'm just going to Tesco or just going for a walk or whatever. So I guess let's get into the video. So first of all, I like to go in with the Maybelline Face Studio Prime Illuminating Primer. This is actually really nice on the skin. So I just apply it to the high points of my face, just like these parts, and it's actually quite moisturising. I find some illuminating primers are a bit too shimmery and stuff, and they just sort of like stick to the dry patch of your face, but this is actually really moisturising and just really soaks into the skin well. So I just buff that in with this NYX 04 brush. It's just like a wee stippling brush, and I just buff that into the skin. It just gives a really nice like pink pearlescent sort of glow to the skin, and it lasts really nice. It doesn't it doesn't like cake up and stuff, which is nice. And then just blend it in on my forehead. Just gives a really nice glow, I think. And I've already done my skin kernel before this, so all the products go on real nicely. I've actually noticed from just wearing a bit less makeup, my skin has gotten better. Like, it's just clearing up quite a lot, which I'm glad because it was really doing my head in. So now that's all blended in, the next thing I like to go in with is I don't fill in my brows because I dye them. So what I do is I just take the Purge soap and I give it a wee spray with the Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. I just give it like just 2 sprays, and then I take this wee disposable mascara wand and I just scrape it into the soap while it's still wet and just lather the brush up with the product. Just make sure your brush is really coated because you will end up using most of the soap. So I'm just going to give that another spray because it tends to dry up quite quickly. Just completely coat it just like that. And this is clear soap. It does come out white in the brush, but it will go clear onto your brows. So I'm just taking a wee mirror here, and what I do is I literally first of all just like push the soap into my brows. So I just push all the hairs up, sort of like pushing the brush quite firmly against the hairs just to fully coat them. And then just do the same to the other brow. And you just want to make sure they're really coated, otherwise they won't stay. Make sure you get the front too. Sometimes them hairs tend to stick less, so you will look a bit crazy at the start, but just really press that product in. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to like get your hairs out of the way they naturally sit. So that's why you need to use quite a bit of product, because usually your hairs would have like, you know, a way they sit, so it's quite hard to get them out of that natural shape. So I just like to really get all them hairs separated. I find the tail of my brow, it's quite hard to get to sit right. So what I do then is once they're all sticking up is I like to just sort of like push the hairs down into a nice shape. Now this bit you just have to play around with the brows quite a bit to get the shape that you want. So I don't like to press them, you know, like really. I don't like it to be really straight. I sort of like to keep that fluffy look. So then I just do the same to this eyebrow. This one's sort of sitting okay as it is. Just like to go over it. Just like that, and then I just keep the front hairs quite fluffy looking. But yeah, just play around with them until you get the shape that you like. I've done this quite a lot, so my hair sort of just do stay in the position now, but the first few times you do have to play around with it and get them in the right shape. So I'm liking how they're looking, just getting the tail straight. Yeah, I'm liking how they're looking. So once I've done that, I like to go in and just carve the bottom of them out. Like I use like a tiny bit of concealer just so it looks quite natural. I use the Fit Me Maybelline in the shade 5. What I do is I take a wee bit of this on the back of my hand, like just a wee tiny amount, and what I take is I take this PC12 brush. It's just like a flat brush, and I just coat both sides of the brush in that, just so that it's covered. And then what I like to do is I just go in with a wee thin line under the eyebrow. Just looking in the mirror here. So I just carve underneath. It's quite hard to talk and do this. And just get it as close to like the hairs as possible. Just like that. And then I'll do the other side just before I do a wee bit more product. And I'll go in the other side before I blend it out. And I just sort of make sure to like go from this brow and sort of go across, just make sure I'm getting at the same angle. I just think that makes them look real neat and more defined. And it almost like makes them look filled in when they're not. So then what I do with the flat brush is I just sort of tug on the product to pull it down slightly, just to like get rid of the line. Just pulling that product down with whatever's left on your brush. Just like that, and then just do the same to the other side. I'm just really loving how my brows look when I do this at the minute. They're just like, I don't know, just like literally like you've just gotten like HD brows or something. It's just so nice. And I've basically been doing this like during the hot weather because like CBA putting on like a full face of makeup and I'm just sweating it off. It's absolutely pointless. So now that I've just pulled both of them lines down, what I do is I take a wee fluffy eyeshadow brush and literally just blend that. Just blend that out so it doesn't look real harsh, and just blend it into the skin. Just like that. And then the other side. just like that. I just think that makes them look just really nice. And I don't like it really harsh the front, so I just sort of use the fluffy brush just to slightly blend the concealer out, just so it's not as harsh of a line, because sometimes it can look a bit harsh if you don't blend it out. Yeah, just like that. So then it literally looks like you've just got your eyebrows done. I just think that looks so nice. That's usually the part of the face that takes the longest. So then what I like to go in with is I like to go in with this wee Rimmel Insta-Duo contour stick, and I just take the dark end. And what I do is I use the PC18 brush. This is just a contour brush, and I take this directly onto the brush, just because I feel if you apply it to the face, it sometimes sticks to dry patches and stuff, so it's nicer when you take it on the brush and you can you just have more control of it. So first of all, I would go in and do my forehead. So I just sort of dab it on like that, and then just literally blend it out just with the brush. And before you do this and stuff, just make sure you've applied like moisturizer and stuff, just so it blends nicely in and just doesn't stick to dry skin or, you know, any texture on your face. I just basically do this all around my face, just take more each time. Don't be afraid to use loads of product, because the stick, it's almost like, it's not really pigmented, it's sort of like a waxy sort of well, it's not waxy, but it is lighter than like a foundation or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm not afraid to go in with too much product, so I just take it on my cheekbones just below and just blend that out. And like, regardless of, you know, what imperfections or like spots you have on your face, I just think this makes your skin look really nice and natural, and just, you know, like just real summery and bronzed. And it sort of just takes the attention away, you know, if you have got a bit of a breakout or whatever, and just makes you feel a bit better about yourself. So that's why I like to do this most days, because it doesn't, you know, it doesn't irritate your skin or anything, you know, you don't even realise you've got something on. But it just adds that nice sheen and glow, and it's just all around a really nice wee base to do in the summer. So I'm just doing that on my other temple, and you can just play around with this colour just until you get the desired look that you want. I just take more on the brush every time, pack it on, and then just sort of dab it on and then just blend it out. And then when you're adding the contour, you know, you can see the highlight more when it all comes together. And then I just keep adding more until I'm happy with the colour payoff. I usually like to put a good bit on just to make myself look quite tan and stuff. And this is also real handy, because I've noticed, like, obviously in the hot weather, like, you're like, you know, you're putting on like sun cream or whatever, but like even when you put sun cream on top of this, like, it doesn't, you know, make it separate or anything, just because it's so light on the skin, and there's no foundation, concealer, you know what I mean, like on your face other than under your eyebrows. So then I take a wee bit less for this bit. I just take a wee bit on the brush, just not as much this time, and I go down the sides of my nose. I just feel this, like, just slightly like contours your nose and just makes it look really bronzed and gives it a really nice like sun-kissed look. So I go down the sides and then I go under too, just to give that like button nose effect. And I have quite a lot of freckles on my nose, so it just sort of like bronzes them up and stuff, which is nice. Just like that. And then I just take a little bit more, and I just go, it's hard to explain, but like I just like dab it on my eyes on both sides. And then I use just whatever's left in the brush to just literally like just go all over the eyelids and sort of pull that down onto the face, just so that it all blends into one, literally like just one big bronze, just like that. Just gives your eyes a bit of colour and they're not looking, you know, real veiny and white. Just like that. It just gives like a nice wee colour to your eyes. And then I also just take a tiny wee bit and go under my lip, just like that, to give the lip like just, it sort of like makes your lips look bigger by putting that shadow under. Oh, and then I actually go in as well with it like under my jawline, just to give it a bit more definition. So I just apply that under my chin and then just sort of bring it up. So then what I like to go in with next is I like to just take a wee bit of highlighter, just powder highlighter. I use the Mary Luminizer by the Balm and just this wee flat brush. And what I like to do is I just take just a wee bit of this and I do my inner corners. So I feel that just opens your eyes a good wee bit. Just like that. And then I also do a wee bit under the brow. Now just a tiny bit, just so it doesn't go into the hairs and stuff, because it can stick to them, because obviously the soaps there. And then just the other one. And obviously also when you're doing your brows, obviously mine are quite dark, so I don't need to fill them in, but if you do, after you carve them out, what I would do is see the gap just like here, just fill that wee bit in, and it just fills them out a bit if your eyebrows aren't as dark. And then I also take a wee bit of this highlighter on the tip of my nose and also on the bridge, and then just a wee bit on the cupid's bow. Just like that. And then one of the last steps I like to do is I like to go in with mascara. So first of all, I curl my eyelashes just with this eyelash curler. So I just obviously clamp them, and I like to do this just a few times just to make sure they're really curly. And I just make sure you're going right to the root. There's a fly gonna come in my room. I do love this hot weather, but see all the flies and wasps about, do my head in. So yeah, just really give them a good curl, because then it'll last longer throughout the day. So once they're curled, I like to go in with the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. I just really like this. It's really lengthening and it doesn't make your eyelashes look really clumpy, because I find when they're a bit clumpy throughout the day it can just transfer a lot onto your eyes, and it sort of makes the makeup look messy. So I just sort of I just take the excess product off and just apply a good generous coat to both of the eyelashes. So I just go straight to the root and just work that up the ways. There's definitely a fly in my room. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's just outside. Really, just poke yourself. No, every time I do mascara, I poke myself in the eye. So just like that, it's such a nice mascara. I have the wee mini one, but it's so good. So see, for the second eyelash, I don't go in with any extra product. I just use what's left on the wand. I just feel I just think just less product, it honestly is better sometimes when you're looking to just get a bit of length. Just really work from the root up the way. See, just like that. It all comes together and just looks really nice. So my last step in this routine is I just take the Sexy Mother Pucker Extreme Plump XL. It's just like a plumping lip gloss from Soap and Glory. It sort of gives that like nice tingle on your lips, but it's not sore or anything. It just really plumps them up and makes them look real glossy, which I like. So I just press a bit of the product out and run out of this on both lips. Oh my god, it's not coming out. Right, so put a bit in the bottom lip, just like that, and then a bit in the top. And then I like to use the wee applicator to just work that into the lips. Just like that. It just gives a really nice gloss, and once you put it on after like a few minutes, your lips will plump up a bit, which is nice, and make them look a bit fuller. So that is all the products I use in this routine. I just think that it's just a really nice everyday routine that just, you know, makes you, you know, a bit brighter, your skin look a bit better. And it's really good when you're looking to just, you know, let your makeup let your skin have a break from makeup and just let it breathe, and just, you know, just not have the cakiness on your face all the time, which I just can't stand. Like, I just couldn't wear makeup every day. So this is my alternative instead when I'm just not looking to wear a full face of makeup. I hope you all liked my video today, and I'm actually quite glad. I'm probably not going to edit much of this. I'm just going to post it as it is. So I hope you really liked the makeup look today. It's obviously very different from my other looks, and I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.